name is Wayne and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about changing the oil on a www 2018 Mercedes Benz S560. Show you the procedure. It's a little bit different from the www S550 to 2016 that I had before. The reason for that because the oil filter is now on the bottom and there's no dipstick in the engine compartment to actually check the oil. With this car, everything is electronic. You check the oil level inside on the dashboard. So I'm gonna go ahead and chain view pop the trunk, and then we'll show you what's what and what's needed to do the job. All right, so in my trunk we have what we normally have. I have my bricks for the put behind each wheel so the car doesn't move while I'm working on it. I have my leverage bar, I have two of them. We actually have the oil filter. Part number is A176-180-0800, and then I have this is actually, I believe, the oil drain plug. It's plastic, and never thought I see this day come where you have a plastic drain plug. The part number for that is 000-990-9518, and I got this directly from Mercedes Benz dealership. The oil, Mobil 1 synthetic, of course, and I couldn't find 0W40. Went to all the auto stores and they were out, so I went back to the dealership and bought the oil from there. Inside each one, there's 6, and for this car is 9.5. So you have 3, you have 6, 7, 8, 9, and this one here makes 10. So looking at the procedure, we have two different procedures where the drain plug is 15 and the filter is number 1, or you can come over here, the filter is on the side and the drain plug is number 15. So I won't know until I actually get underneath the car and take off the panel, the plastic panel, and see what's what. So of course you want to have a 3-ton jack, and I said this before, you always want to have a heavy-duty jack. This is what the mechanics have in the auto mechanic shop. So heavy-duty stuff, you don't want to work with anything less than that. And of course we have our tools here. Let's open this up and let's see what we're going to use to. This is going to be a hex. We're going to take this. Let's try this one. This is this one right here. We'll try that. Take this out and we'll see if it fits, and it does fit. We'll take this, so go in here, we'll take this. This is for the 3/8 ratchet. Take this, and then of course we can take any various of 3/8 extension, either the short one or this long one here, and of course this is a 3/8 ratchet. All right, so before we jack up the car, we're supposed to warm up the engine a little bit. First, let's take a look at the interval. Let's go ahead and start the car. Take a look at the interval, and remember, per interval that's when you change the oil. So take this, we're gonna actually scroll up, and right now I'm at 41,383. I'm supposed to change the oil at 40,000 even, because that's an interval. So every interval you change the oil, and we're gonna warm up the engine until the tachometer drops down to about 1,000, and that's when we know that the engine is fully warmed up. And according to the instructions, I guess, you know, so the oil can flow easily out. When I changed the oil in 2016, the engine was cold. I didn't do any of that. So, but this one, since I'm changing it for the first time, I'm gonna follow the instructions and to the letter, and get the job done. So just give it a few more minutes for the tachometer to drop down. Actually, the pros I like about this is the engine is more powerful. The cons, and there we go, the engine is fully warmed up. We're gonna go ahead and turn it off and come out of the car. And we're gonna make sure we position our jack where it's supposed to be. At the same time, we'll go ahead and pop the hood. Alright, and like I said, you always gotta practice safety, and of course we're gonna have a brick at each wheel, and this prevents the car from rolling back. Put another one there. We're gonna take this one. Since I'm gonna jack up the car on the other side, we'll put it on this side. Not knowing where the drain plug is located, we'll see in a minute. All right, let me put on my gloves and let's get started. Let me take my toolbox out. Open that up. Take my wonderful mat. Let's jack up this car. Alright, so the car is jacked up. If you look underneath, we see the plastic sheet that's basically covering the drain plug and the oil filter. Let's go to the front, get a better position, remove the plastic, and take it off and see where everything's located. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We probably have 2 in the back. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove this sheet, and after we remove this sheet, now we have better access to the oil filter and the drain plug. All right, so basically what I have to actually fit this, let's go a little bit closer. And this is a 5/16. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back here a little bit closer. We got 5, we got 6, we got 7, we got 8. So 8 of these little bolts are what we're gonna remove. All right, so for our car here, we have the drain plug. This is the oil filter. This is the drain plug. So everything is close together, which is great. Let's go ahead and see if we can remove it. All right, so to loosen the oil filter, we need a 15/16. This is a 3/8 socket. So go ahead, and I have a 1/2 inch. Actually, I have an extension that we're gonna attach to the 3/8 ratchet. So let's go ahead and just take this out. Take this. This is going like that, and of course I have my leverage bar that I always use for just about everything. Come here, we'll just loosen it. And this is where I'm going. Let me just make sure this is, I'm just gonna crack it just a little bit. I'm actually gonna come back, pull towards myself to loosen it. Alright, so as you can see, I switched from the extension to a shorter extension. So as I'm loosening it, the oil actually go into this oil pan and won't make a mess on my driveway. And there go the oil. Gonna loosen it just a little bit. And of course you can see the oil coming out. And what I'm gonna get a rag so I can wipe off some of this stuff here. Let me go ahead and just loosen on a little bit. And you have to be careful because remember, the oil is hot. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, take the base of the oil filter. Just keep turning it. Take a look at the housing. This is the actual housing, the whole oil filter. I'm gonna go ahead and just dry it off. and then we'll just pull the oil filter and put the new one in. Alright, so if you notice on the oil filter there's a rubber a seal that we have to change, which is right there. So we're basically going to take a screwdriver, just pry it off, put in the new one. Let's take this one out. That's already in plastic. And we look inside the box, there's a rubber seal that we're going to take this one off, put the new one in. Always change that rubber seal. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, and notice how I have the, let's see if we come over here, it's better. Take a screwdriver and just pry that out just like that. All right, so we're gonna take this rubber piece, just have it come off just like that. We're gonna put the new one in the same place. This is the new rubber that I have. Alright, so the rubber thing's in place, and what I normally do is take oil and just lubricate the rubber so it's nice, so it doesn't stick the next time you want to take off the cap. You don't have a hard time doing that. Alright, take a little bit of the oil and just go around it. Alright, so that's all set. So now we can get the filter, and of course this is our new filter here. And we do want to pay attention to the orientation of the filter. We have these little how would you say, hooks at the top, and then we have this at the bottom. So when we take it out, we'll see exactly how it's faced. Okay, so if you can see on the bottom of the filter, the hooks are actually facing down, so that's the orientation. Now we're going to put the new filter in, and we can go ahead and just take this, pull it down. Notice the orientation. Oh, this is one dirty filter. All right, this is our filter facing down, and that's at the top. We're gonna go ahead and put in the new filter and dispose of this one. The one thing that you should need, you should have a plastic bag where you put in the old filter and stuff like that, and you probably want to have rag and definitely like a drain, I'd say like a plastic drain. And of course, you know that the oil is recyclable, so you bring it back to your local auto shop, and they take recycled oil, so we don't pollute the environment. Let's go ahead and put this in the bag. All right, this is now in a plastic bag. We can go ahead and put in the new filter. All right, the new filter is here in this bag. We can go ahead and take it out. And just look at the housing. Remember, the hooks face down. You can go ahead and push this back up like that. All right. All right, it's tight. All right, so now we're gonna take the one-time use drain plug out, or oil drain plug. This is plastic, by the way, so don't be surprised. It's no longer metal. So, all right, so extension, let's add it, and this is a 3/8 socket. These are 3/8 wrench. Go like that, and we're gonna loosen the oil drain plug with this. And of course, as we turn, I'm going to pull the ratchet towards myself. And as I'm doing that, matter of fact, let me position the oil pan, so it can actually catch it. All right, so now everything's in position. My oil pan's here to catch the oil. This is here. I'm going to pull it towards myself, nice and slow. So now we have all the oil coming out now. You're going to put in the new drain plug, and remember, it's a one-time use. And what I always do is lubricate the rubber O-ring, you know, so it doesn't make it as hard to come out. When we put in the new oil drain plug, we're going to go opposite. We're going to push away from myself towards the front to put in the new plug. So you want to be pretty careful with that. So look at that oil, black. All right, it's too bad we don't have the dipsticks. One thing I missed about the old engine, where you have the dipstick, you can actually check the quality of the oil rather than this new stuff, which is everything is electronic, such as reading the oil, and you know, there's no way to check it now. So we'll wait for everything to drain, and then we'll put the new drain plug in. You know what, I might even go as far as just lowering the car so all the oil comes out. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the top, so pressure from the top push the oil going down. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, pop the hood, open this up. You're gonna take this, gonna open this up, have pressure just force the oil going down. All right, that's that. We'll put that there, and what we'll do, we'll just, like there's no oil coming down at all, go ahead and we'll put the car back down, see if any more oil is coming out. If not, we'll jack it back up. And remember, we're doing this because we have a 3-ton jack. We don't have a lift like an auto garage. We do everything 1, 2, 3. Everything is endless. This is at home. And remember your brakes for safety. All right, so now the car is lowered. Come down here, we'll take one more look. And just a tiny little bit of oil is coming out. Not a lot, but wait for it to completely stop. And notice the plastic container I have. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it into this guy right here and bring it to the auto garage and have them recycle it. Just give it a few more minutes for everything to stop. All right, and I think that's about does it. No more oil coming down, and if it is, it's negligible. So remember, it's 9.5 quarts. I have 10 quart of Mobil 1 synthetic 5W40 oil. I'm gonna put on the top, and you notice the color right away. I'm gonna actually jack this back up, put the new one-time use oil plug in it. Matter of fact, take a quick look. This is the new oil plug here. And remember I told you about the rubber seal. I like to put oil right there just to lubricate it. Alright, so now this is lubricated. We can go ahead, put this back in. We'll take another look at it. And this is it. Never thought I'd see the day of a plastic drain plug, but you know, these new engines, they're technologically advanced. Alright, so let's go ahead, jack the car back up, put this oil plug in. Alright, if I was to compare changing the oil for the 2018 Mercedes Benz S560 to the W222 2016 S550, I would prefer the S550. It's a lot cleaner with the oil filters at the top. Go down the bottom, remove the drain plug, which is metal, by the way, and have it come out. But you know, to each his own. So the principles are still the same. Just everything that I've taught, that different models you want to go over the manual, just like we did earlier in the video, to see exactly where's everything's located, and you know, you don't you know, take longer than you should to do what you need to do. So let's go ahead, jack the car back up. We're gonna remove this out of the way. Matter of fact, we'll leave it there just a little bit. Gonna take this, I'm gonna put it in. Let me get my tool. All right, here go my tool. Right here, we're gonna take it, push this out of the way. Take this, come here. And we're turning it away from me. So we're gonna make sure this is locked in place. Let me take my socket wrench and put it in, and then turn it away from me. That's it. All right, that's in there, that's in. Nice and careful. What we're gonna do, we're gonna start pouring oil in it, and then come back under here and check for any kind of leaks. Go into the instruction, and then we'll put back the plastic cover, and then we'll be done. We'll have to go inside the cabin to reset the computer. Home button. Press the ignition on, scroll down, engine oil level, switch. For engine oil level, switch ignition oil, go ahead, turn on the ignition. Measuring. And it should give me the error message or show completely zero in the engine. Okay, so it shows very little in there. Engine oil level low, stop vehicle, turn off engine. All right, so now we're just gonna turn everything off, and we can go ahead and put in our 9 quarts or 9.5 quarts of oil. Let's go ahead and do that now. We're gonna pop open the hood. And we're just about almost done. Take this, open this up, put back our funnel. And we'll start with, let me just open up one of this and show you the difference in the oil between that and what I'm getting ready to pour into the oil. And you see the color? This is like golden honey. And again, this is the Mobil 1 5W40 oil, so which is good. 5 for starting, 40 is for the heat. Go ahead. We're gonna pour. Remember, I have 10 of these quarts, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour 9 in there. Go back in, check the oil level, and then fill as needed. So this is number 1. Let's go through all of them. So this is 9. Go ahead. We're gonna take this. We're gonna take this. We're gonna close it up. Make sure everything closed out. Put this here. We're gonna put this back here. Like this. We're gonna close it. Make sure everything's here. In fact, we're going to make sure that's showing. Come over here. Press and hold this. 1, 2, 3. Press and hold this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This comes up. We're gonna scroll down. For Assist Plus, push Enter. Switch ignition to activate. We want full service because we did a full service. Scroll down. Push in for full service. You can go down to confirm service. All right, so our car is asking us about which oil did we change, the 229.52 or the 229.61, and how do we know that? So let's take a look at what we have here. We have Mobil 1 fully synthetic. This is 5W40. Let's turn around, look at the specs. Let's look at the numbers. So this car, Mobil 1 Formula 1 M5W40, have the following builder approval: MB approval 229.3, MB approval 229.5. So which one are we going to choose? We're going to choose the top one because that's what we have. So we go ahead, we're going to take this button, we're going to push it in. All grade service carried out. Yes, we did carry it out. We're going to go ahead and scroll down. We're going to hit yes. And cannot be undone. Go ahead and confirm. Full service carried out. we're basically done with that. Go ahead and we're going to come out of the menu system by hitting the back button. Come out, come out, come out, wherever you are. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and turn off everything. We're going to go ahead and jack up the car, put back the shield, the plastic shield, and we'll be done. All right. So according to the manual, it says come here, check for leaks. So restore the car. We did a few things. So now we're going to put back the shield, plastic shield, put back all the screws, and we got 2 right there, we got 1 right there, we got 1 right there, makes 4. Then you have another 4 for the front. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so now we got the shield up, we got all the bolts in the back. So now our shield is put back up, we're completely done, and we can go ahead and lower the car. We'll take this and we lower it nice and slow. Alright, we're basically done for the changing of the oil. Well, hopefully you learned a lot. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.